evening, morning, wherever you are. Yeah, we are live right now. Welcome to Evening Drama. As usual, we have
Yes,
Singyip, Kristen, and me. Yes.
yes.
How's your week been?
And,
I didn't hear from you all week, I think.
oh, well, working.
Working? All right.
Mostly working and Runeterra. That is most of my life right now.
Yeah. Oh, so are you getting really good at Runeterra now?
I'm gold 3.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Yes, I'm at to the point where I'm actually right now, or I paused it for now. I'm trying to download Parallels Desktop so I can run the desktop Runeterra app so then I can install the Overwolf app so I
Uh-huh.
can do analytics.
Wait, you're not even playing on your PC? On your computer?
No, I'm playing on the iPad.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, because they don't have a Mac version.
They don't.
So
No Mac version yet. Yeah.
yeah, they don't. But you can run it on a Mac if you download Parallels
Yeah,
Desktop and
yeah.
emulate Windows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my next step because I'm
How
to the
how
point.
how's Parallels, by the way?
I haven't used it in a long time. It was okay back in the day.
There,
It's just
there,
not
there's
that
like
cheap.
there are like two different ways you can run Windows apps on Mac, right? There's
Right, boot camp.
Bootcamp. Have you
hmm
used either?
Yeah, I think the downside of boot camp is you're either in Windows or Mac, but whereas Parallels you're running it in the window.
So it's like
So
a virtual machine.
exactly.
Right. Okay, got it.
Yeah, and when I googled like trying to force Runeterra to run on the Mac, people recommend Parallels. So I'm gonna give that a shot.
But
Yeah.
does Parallels actually run Windows, or is it like like you need to buy Windows or?
That's actually not super clear to me because like right now it is trying to download the entire Windows, which is like 5 gigs and taking forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that it comes with it because it would be such a ripoff if I have to pay $80 for Parallels and it doesn't come with Windows. So, but there's a 14-day trial, so I'm gonna try it out first before I commit to anything.
So it's like
But
quite hardware
I mean, if it
intensive, right?
if
Like
it
you're
comes
essentially
to
running
Windows,
two
they're
operating systems at
essentially
once.
reselling Windows, no? Which is wrong.
I don't know what the licensing is like. Well, this is a single expertise topic. Like, I
I'm
have no
pretty sure
idea.
it's a virtual machine emulator. I don't know.
hmm
Yeah.
Windows
Yeah.
Huh?
that's Windows is not included with your purchase of Parallels Desktop for Mac.
There you go.
Oh. See,
Yeah.
the funny thing is, I tell myself I'm not going to spend any money on Runeterra, but this is turning into me trying to spend money on Windows parallels, which is very stupid, right? But I don't know.
Uh,
Like, I was trying to search for it, like what other analytics app would work with the if I'm running on the iPad, because I can see there's a third-party like code you can put, but I can't find any other apps besides Overwolf's version.
yeah.
And the cheapest version for Windows
Anyway,
is like
I don't think
$130.
you would get
Yikes.
analytics apps on the iPad. At least not for
hmm
now. Yeah. But to run it on your desktop, I think you could just use like a team viewer or some remote control app, right? To play.
Yeah, I have Air Server that I
Yeah.
use when I'm trying to stream on Discord for selected friends, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I'm at a point where I want to be more professional about it. My e-girl dreams.
I see.
Yeah.
I
Okay, I've been
get
very inspired because I found this girl called Silafuse.
Solar Fuse.
Um,
Never heard of her.
yeah, I don't think she's super famous, but she does have a YouTube recordings of her games, and she
Mm-hmm.
has very creative strategies. I'm like, oh, well, maybe I can do that. I can be this forever beginner who does stupid stuff or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. But however, I've been having surprisingly good win rate with my current deck, um,
What are you running
because
now?
of the patch.
Okay.
Like so.
Yeah, I saw they nerfed and buffed some cuts.
Yeah. So luckily, the buff is on Hecarim that I use a lot. So
Uh-huh.
he's 5/5 instead of 4/5.
Yeah.
So mine is like a Z Hecarim plus I tweaked it to have some elusives
Okay.
So there's like a few different ways I can play it, and surprisingly, I've been even winning against the Yasuo decks and the Sejuani, Swain type decks, which normally I have a very hard time with. I still lose to burn aggro though. Burn
Yeah.
aggro people still bother me. I also almost want to surrender immediately when I see it. I'm just like, this is not even worth my time.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't win them all. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh, I
scissors,
did
paper,
expedition
stone.
and lost.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it though?
It's cool. Like, I still don't really get your article because I'm like, okay, there's these packages, but
Yeah.
then how do I choose the mana usage and all those things
No, well, I mean, you pick the cards, like,
based on the mana?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I pick it based on the cool name that they give the set of cards.
Oh no, you can like highlight individual cards.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
don't
I
do
feel
that?
like
I'm not sure how it is on tablet. I haven't done Expedition.
yeah.
Yeah, but on PC you just highlight
hmm
and then yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll give it another try. I think I'm just still trying to be good with my one deck and knowing
Yeah,
how
yeah.
to play it differently.
Yeah.
According to the paper, rock, scissors, the control, whatever, aggro,
Yeah.
mid range, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to be more serious. And I think, speaking of serious, this is the idea of deliberate practice, right? Like, I can't be serious if I don't actually track my games and sadly rewatch my plays so I can learn from my mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out like how to get the analytics so I don't have to manually record stuff and maybe
Okay.
start like
Yeah.
recording on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think like that detracts from the fun
The
of the
fun.
game? Like
It's so
you know,
funny.
like some people play games and then they just play because it's fun. Like if
Right.
they lose, then they lose. If they win, they win. Like they don't like try to read too much into it, right?
Yeah.
So like
Right, but
when I
Runeterra
was
is super
playing
not fun if you
WoW,
keep losing.
Well, all games are
and so
not
like when
fun.
I was playing
Like,
WoW, like I would do that too. Like I would
Yeah.
read analytics and then like watch videos and like try to min max everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like after a while, like it feels like I'm not really playing a game anymore. Like
You're doing a weird work.
yeah, you know, it's like I'm going through like the your spell rotation and then I'm just pressing keys anymore. It starts feeling like I'm in the game and just like pressing buttons, you know.
yep,
Yeah, totally.
that's
the
true.
eternal
I
struggle.
mean, there is the satisfaction of doing well, you know, like oh yeah, this build works, right? But then yeah, I think there's a line right that you draw.
Right, and I see that in the LOR competitive subreddit has discussions about this all the time, where people are like, "Are we over analytical about the game?" and driving ourselves crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because it's ultimately a card game, and because everyone uses the same strategies, it gets really boring if you don't overanalyze it too. So unlike WoW, where there's more exploratory stuff you can do, you can like cook and fish and do other things.
No, but
In
then like,
Runeterra,
even then, there are like ideal recipes that you should make to make the most money or get the most stats.
Yeah.
You know? Like yeah, you can play whatever you want, but then it won't be as optimal compared to what everyone has been researching.
Yeah.
And then obviously like you don't want to go in feeling like I'm doing something that's not optimal. Yeah.
See,
exactly.
This is why games like Minecraft and Terraria and all these free roaming, like free, you get to do whatever you want kind of games, being very successful right now. Like,
yeah.
there's no pressure to be the best or what, because it's all about being creative in those sorts of games. You try to make like beautiful looking base or house and just explore the world and do your own thing. Yeah. But
Actually,
when
I never played Minecraft before.
yeah, or
Is there,
Stardew
like, a
Valley
goal?
or something.
No.
No,
It's not true for Stardew Valley. They're
you
like
don't think so?
they're optimal crops to grow.
Yeah, it's
for the
optimal,
better.
but you don't have to, right? It's not competitive. It's not like there's a leaderboard, right? Or like you don't have MMR.
I mean, like
you don't have a rank.
At the end of Stardew, like you get like a score. So I guess some people want to play to get the best score.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Maybe Stardew's not like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone can ruin everything by making a weird game, competitive
Yeah.
game out of it.
So Minecraft, there's the story mode and the free mode. The story mode is they just like tacked it on after the game officially released. There's a quest to just kill like some big dragon, I think. Yeah, but most people just play the fun mode where they go around exploring and building stuff.
Right.
And even in
Yeah, I mean,
the story mode, you're not forced to finish a quest. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all my energy is coming from the fact that I can't get Animal Crossing. Like,
Yeah.
I would totally be in that world right now if I could get it.
Wait,
And actually, I have a friend
Nintendo
who
Switch is still not available.
no, and I checked Lazada, and there's just not double priced.
Why is that?
But I have a
though?
friend who,
That's crazy.
well, supposedly it's because all the parents out have kids stuck at home, and when you have 4 kids, they each need their own Switch.
Singing, you should sell your Switch too, Kristen.
We talked about this before, but he's reluctant to let it go.
You don't
yeah,
even play
and I have
it,
a
man.
friend- I know, right? But I noticed it doesn't let go of his possessions easily, so I wasn't counting on it.
He let go of his
Oh, you're
bass
right, it's
pretty
like-
fast.
Only musical instruments.
It's like 2K for the Switch. I think that's a lot, right?
What's the normal
Yes.
price? Switch. Nintendo Switch.
It was launched for
$299.
300 US. So I mean, at most like you bring up to 1,005.
Yeah, 1,005.
Yeah, so this is like $400 more 5. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess think of it as paying now instead of waiting till when it's back in stock.
Right, but the thing is, at this rate, I might as well wait for the Switch Pro to come out. Like,
Yeah, well,
yeah. But
depends
anyway, I get
how-
my Animal Crossing fix with my friend in Philippines who posts about it. So I'm like, oh yeah, your villager is singing by himself when he thinks no one's looking. That is so cute. Yeah. So things like that. But anyway,
yeah.
how about you, George? You seem like you've been busy with your work.
Yeah, so there's a Mobile Legends tournament going on this weekend, which I have to do coverage on for our website. Yeah. So started on Friday, it ends today, and yeah, just been writing about the tournament. It's cool that
I actually don't know about the game.
oh, so it's a MOBA for the phone. It's really popular in Southeast Asia. Yeah, and this Mobile Legends tournament is right now is the Philippines like tournament. Basically, they have like regional qualifiers everywhere, and then but I guess due to COVID now they split it up to like countries. Or this has been going on. I can't remember. There's a lot of tournaments like that. They used to be like global, so everyone will qualify and then they'll meet in one country to play like against other countries. And but now all the tournaments are online only. So the one I'm doing right now is for Philippines Mobile Legends teams. And yeah,
cool.
for those who don't know Mobile Legends, it's a 5v5 tower pusher game, but this one's on your phone, and it's kind of fun. I play it on and off. I used to play it more often, like a couple of years ago. But yeah, it's not as complex as like Dota or League of Legends, but it's good enough to play on your phone. Yeah, but like most games, if you don't have friends to play with you, it gets kind of boring, like playing alone. Which is why I don't play that much. Yeah.
I assume Singap doesn't play this either.
No one plays Mobile Legends. Well, none of my friends do, but yeah, it's actually very popular in Southeast Asia. It's like one of the most popular mobile games around.
I like how there's a hero called Black Dragon Chong or something.
Black
Can you
Dragon Chong?
relations?
What?
I don't know. I see someone has a YouTube video called New Hero Black Dragon Chong. So it's like, that caught my eye.
Oh yeah, new hero. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's a lot of they have like a beta like server for the game. So some people
Mm-hmm.
they get access to these beta servers and they can play new heroes that aren't released in the game yet.
Mm-hmm.
Which I assume this Black Dragon Chong is, because I never heard of it until now.
Oh, okay, cool. I
Yeah.
guess his name is Chong. So I should know
Oh,
which
it's
hero I
Chong the
want to
Black
play.
Dragon.
Yeah, Chong the Black Dragon.
Are you a Black
So
Dragon,
funny.
Kristen?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
black vision.
neither. Gosh. My animal year is tiger.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Okay.
pretty yellow, so I'm yellow tiger
Yellow
Chong.
Tiger. Yeah, that's a good name. I guess we're all yellow. I'm a yellow ox. So single.
Mm-hmm.
How come we don't play all these games though? Like our group of friends we never really got into like PUBG or Fortnite.
I don't know. I recommended PUBG. I think it's quite fun. But yeah, again, boring alone.
Yeah.
Hmm. But I don't know. I mean, you when we go out to like mamaks or cafes or whatever, we see a bunch of people sitting around playing games. Yeah, it's usually one of those two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wait, they play PUBG in the
PUBG
Mama's phone?
Mobile. Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow. I feel
Yes.
like it's so hard to play on the mobile phone. My reaction time is already slow, and the controls on the iPad are not helping.
Yeah, I don't know. All these games don't play so well on the phone, but
Hmm.
some people, I mean, they actually like mobile games are doing really well in this region because a lot of people don't have good computers to
Hmm.
play like games with good graphics. So
Hmm.
uh, the next best computer they have is their smartphone,
Hmm.
and yeah, a lot of them just don't even game on PCs anymore. They just game on their phones.
Hmm.
Yeah, and all these games are also free to play, so they get a good audience in poorer parts of the world, like here. Yeah, free to
Wow.
play is like future of games, I guess. At least for mobile, like
Hmm.
no game ever costs money anymore. Very well, very little games cost money.
Well, I feel like this kind of economy is supposedly it's because there's a very small percentage of people who would buy all the premium stuff, and that
Mm-hmm.
kind of like
Yeah.
supports the
Yeah,
rest, the free, the cheaper, the Gyasu people to
yep,
play.
yeah.
But those people are actually people with like usually like no offense to anyone who buys all the skins or whatever. I just mean that supposedly in general, like they are honing for people with addicted personalities. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like if you're not addicted to mobile games, you're addicted to like gambling or other things.
Yeah,
So I feel like is this actually exploitive, you know?
it
Like or is it
is.
just
It is kind of scummy and exploitative, but what to
Mhm.
do? I mean, so the way like most games do it well is stuff you buy doesn't affect the gameplay, only
Mhm.
affects cosmetics,
Mhm.
and like that's the fairest way to do it lah. So you can't pay to be better at the game. You just pay to
Right.
look cool. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I mean, like
I
I
mean,
think that's a
I
fair
can't say I'm not
trade-off.
tempted.
Yeah, yeah, sure. No, I mean, of course,
Yeah.
it,
I need
it
better emoji stickers in my Runeterra for clothing.
also, yeah, Runeterra, did you get the like free golden rainbow portal? It's kind of cute.
Yes, I already
Yeah,
have the rainbow portal, and I
yeah.
switched out my Brom sticker for the rainbow portal confetti
uh,
sticker.
but yeah, I mean, people want to
Hmm.
look cool, so they pay money, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I appreciate it when I'm, matched up with someone who actually paid for the new game board. I'm like, oh, neat, something different to look at.
yeah, yeah. The new Game Boy looks cool, the arcade one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So usually, if it's the pirate one, I know I'm screwed because I know that like, some sort of thief or plunder deck. Also, want to surrender immediately.
Uh,
But yeah, okay. So what did we all learn this week? We've decided to bring this topic back, and we'll start with using it since we've been talking too much.
I learned how to bake a cake, I guess.
Oh, what
Oh,
cake?
I thought you were gonna say the card change, the color change.
Oh, the cake came to
Let me get
mind.
my water.
That looked really good. It looked very, very fluffy.
It could be better.
How so?
The cheese, it was a cheesecake, so the cream cheese I used wasn't completely. It wasn't at room temperature, even though I left it out for a while. I guess I could have left
Oh
it out
yeah.
longer. So
Mhm.
when I put it in the mixer and then I poured it into the cake tin, like there were still lots of unmelted cheese at the bottom.
Mhm.
I managed to scrape it off, like put it into the cake, but I think like if it had been properly melted, it would have been resulted in a much smoother finish. I mean, it still tastes pretty good, like it's a very standard cheesecake. Like, you can't complain. Like if someone gave it to you, you wouldn't complain, right? But it's not like a cake that I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat this again.
Well, it kind of reminds me, you know how like Milo dinosaur, there's like like the chunks, unresolved chunks is the feature. So I feel like maybe yours is like surprise cream cheese at the bottom.
Maybe.
So what is the recipe like? Is it a Japanese cheesecake?
I'm sure you've heard of this, right? It's like the burnt cheesecake.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I was trying to recreate the ones that I've eaten where the middles are still like soft.
Mhm.
Yeah, but then I think I put too much cream, so like end up being a bit more gloopy than I wanted. So I just stuck it in the fridge, and then like the next day it was like a regular cheesecake already.
Oh, okay.
Because like the recipe called for like 270 milliliters of cream, and I had a bottle of 300 milliliters, right? So I'm like, what am I going to do with the extra 30 ml, right? It's not like you can use it for anything. So I just thought like, what's the extra 30 ml going to do, right? So now I know. It makes it too watery.
Well, I guess that makes you off by 10% or so.
Yeah, I added 10% more liquid.
Oops. Yeah,
But this is the thing about baking, right? It was always in the back of my head because people said baking is very precise. That's why they measure everything out.
Yeah.
So I guess now I know why. I mean, it didn't turn out bad, but it didn't turn out what I expected. So yeah. So next time I know I'll be a bit more precise about my measurements.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like
Well, I want to challenge that. Go on.
oh no, like my mom, she made kaya the other day,
Ooh.
and she told me that she only put 1 cup of sugar instead of 2 because she thought like 2 cups would be too sweet, and
Yeah.
then but the end result turned out to be like very kind of tasteless kaya lah. Like it wasn't sweet enough, and then she was like, "Oh, should have put 2 cups instead."
Too healthy, Kaya.
Yeah, I know. So like, I guess there's a reason why people like mention like like they give you the ingredients, like they give you the instructions, so you should follow them. But then again, I don't know.
Now, your mom and I, we both learned something, right?
Yeah. So the
So it's
second
like,
batch she
now
made,
you
she
know
put
why.
2 cups. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like now you know 1 cup is not enough, even though it sounds like a lot of sugar, right? Like you measure, I was like, oh, it's a lot. But then, like when you actually get to the final product, you realize like, oh, actually, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
Like one of the char siu recipes was like 8 tablespoons of sugar. And I was like, that's crazy, right? I
Yeah.
was like, there's so much. So I was like, let me put 2 tablespoons, and then it didn't taste as good as the next time when I did it with 8 tablespoons.
Yeah, that's like a can of Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to challenge that because I feel that baking it also gives people a false sense of precision because there are certain ingredients like eggs where if you really want to be precise, you should be like mixing the egg and then measuring how many mils because each egg has a different size and depending on your country you're from, your egg size is completely different. So yeah, the whole ratio thing is important. And then the ovens are not as accurate as we would hope anyway.
Yeah,
sounds good.
People's ovens burn hotter than others. Even though like you look at it, the dial, and then it's actually at the same temperature.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem I had with my sous vide machine, right? Which was that,
Mm-hmm.
people always say you should sous vide chicken breast to be like super juicy and stuff. So I always do it, and then it always ends up being like super dry and a bit too hard, overcooked. Yeah, I'm thinking like, no way. I'm like using the same machine, like it's reading the same temperature. So how can I be getting such a different result from everyone, right? So yeah.
Because you're using kampung chicken.
No, I'm using all that the regular chicken. The one with all the
The lazy
additives.
chicken.
Maybe you
The
should
one with
use kampung chicken then.
the one with the chemicals injected into them.
Yeah, maybe you should use
Oh.
kampung chicken then.
Or maybe like if it's especially if it's a recipe from America or Europe, people have different standards of juicy. So I feel like what they think is juicy is not what we consider juicy.
No, but when they
Especially
cut
when it
into
comes to the
it,
breast.
it looks juicy. Like I'm basically some visual.
Did you brine it? Because I feel like that's the step. Like you pre-salt it overnight.
But
That actually reduces it.
none of the sous vide recipes call for brining. Though.
Oh, maybe they're lying.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, is this like some secret pre preparation that they all
Right.
do, and then they just don't tell you?
Yeah, and sometimes American chicken is almost sort of pre-brine because they inject it with water beforehand, you know?
To make it bigger?
Yeah, it's a ripoff. American chicken is pre-injected with water. So I feel like
Oh,
that's the
wow.
other element that you're not mimicking. Like Malaysian chicken is actually better and it's more pure.
Is that a common practice?
Yeah, like the Foster's Farm, it's all injected. So when you cook it, it becomes like nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did not
So
know
that's
that.
why I think you might have to pre-brine it just to compensate for the
Ah,
better chicken that you have.
okay. Anyway, my sous vide is busted, so whenever I get around to it in the future.
Oh, okay. That sucks though. That is it the Jewel or the Innova?
The Nova.
Oh,
I feel like the
yeah.
prices went up though. I remember getting it like relatively cheap last time. And
Mm-hmm.
then when I went to the website, I was replacing it. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember it costing this much, right? I'm like, never mind.
Really? Oh, huh. Even the base model, isn't it $60 to $70?
No, I think it's like more. Yeah, whatever it costs.
Mm-hmm. Well, let us know. Or even if you try roasting pre-brine, see if it makes a difference.
All right, the base model is $100. That's for the Nano, which is like the lower powered version, but I think it's fine for home use.
Mm-hmm.
Then the one that I got, which was the Precision, was it's 200 US.
Mm. Oh, you got a fancy one.
No, the fancy one, the Pro, that's 400 US.
Wow. Okay. Or maybe it's just cheaper to buy in the US because the ones I own are about $100. I should have brought actually I have a spare Nova that's, semi-busted. It still kind of works. I should have brought it with you to trade for the Nintendo Switch. Okay.
For the sake
George,
of comparison, let me look at this. So I bought it in 2017. I paid 139 Sing dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So let's see. 2017, that was 1 ringgit. 1 Sing to 3 ringgit. So I pay 520 ringgit.
Mm-hmm.
But now this is 200 US, right? Which is about almost 1,000 ringgit.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I was right. It did go up.
Wow. Are there no like Alibaba's ripoff models?
No, there are plenty of like all these unknown brands of sous vide machines, but yeah, I don't know if I want to give it a try. Then like you find that it's not so precise, then you waste money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not an issue. Like I don't have sous vide, but I just thought like if I could replace it, then why not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. George, what did you learn this week?
Well, for me, I learned well, I learned it by listening to a podcast. I learned about placebos,
Oh.
and like it's just super interesting. Like basically there are placebos that work, and doctors do use them.
Mm-hmm.
But like so the whole idea, like I don't know how to frame it, but like should placebos be allowed if they work,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that whole
It's
question. So I mean, in my mind, I think that it's okay, like right, if it makes the patient feel better, then
mm-hmm.
it should be allowed. But then I guess people don't like being lied to. But they also did tests where they told the patients that, oh, this is a placebo, and they still felt better after that. So like, does
Mm-hmm.
that mean that their illness was fake in the first place, or are our bodies so like powerful we can react to uh like fake cures, you know? So
Yes,
I
the
still have a lot
latter.
of research to do about it. Like I mean I
Mm-hmm.
want to look into it, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was a very interesting podcast. It was on
Mm-hmm.
hidden brain.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they spent the whole episode talking about like the different kinds of placebo tests that people did and like their
Mm-hmm.
effectiveness and so on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
But
uh,
which like diseases did they test the placebo on?
so there's stuff like I think like arthritis on the knee or something like,
Okay.
and so like the placebos they did were very elaborate. They'll put the patients under anesthesia, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
but like instead of doing surgery on some of them, they just like wash their legs or whatever lah.
Mm-hmm.
They they like put them through the whole process, so no, like they wouldn't feel that they were being lied to.
Mhm.
For I mean, this is just one of the tests lah, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
I think when they came out, like almost all the patients felt better after the procedure, regardless of
Mm-hmm.
whether they got real treatment or not.
Right.
Yeah, and
Yes.
then there was another one where I can't remember what disease it was, but basically this lady like she signed up for a trial, and then the like she knew that she would like some would be placebos and some not. So she got the placebo medication.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, she felt better,
Mm-hmm.
and like after she stopped taking it, like it came back.
Mm-hmm.
So she went back to the doctor to get more placebo pills. And then
Mm-hmm.
another thing they found out is it had a lot to do with the patient experience. So like the doctor speaking to them nicely, telling them what to
Mm-hmm.
do, and
Mm-hmm.
like giving them instructions and whatnot. So that
Mm-hmm.
really affected like the outcome of the placebo effect as well. So
Exactly.
yeah, I guess that's probably how like all these like not snake salesman, but like TCM, right? Traditional Chinese medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, back then, I guess like well, I don't even know if they knew they were lying or they just really believed in all these weird, crazy medication. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it helped people, and so like I guess that's why it's successful till now. You know, like people still use TCM and all this unproven like non lab created medication, and
Mm-hmm.
and it works. So like on one hand, you know, there's like no proof that you know eating tiger penis will do wonders to your life, but people taking it probably feel it does and it works for them,
Mm-hmm.
so why
Right.
stop them, right? Like, yeah.
Well, if it's endangering tigers, then we should
No, yeah,
stop
yeah,
them.
sure, sure. I mean, just an example or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I would love to see your exploration in this space. I know like a little bit about it just from working, in pharma, but
Mm-hmm.
the other idea, the inverse idea is the nocebo effect, where
Okay.
you actually become worse even with no with a fake drug as well.
Hmm.
So our minds can work in both ways.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, and definitely when you look at studies of even newest like pain medications and all of that, in the
Mm-hmm.
control arm, which is usually the placebo, you see an effect over nothing, and
Yeah.
it's very common and it's always accounted for
Mm-hmm.
when you study drugs.
Yeah.
So yeah, our minds can do wondrous things. We just have to convince ourselves.
Yeah. I
Yeah, like
mean,
whenever I go to the doctor and
mm-hmm.
I'm really sick, at the minute I'm in the waiting room and I know it's gonna be my turn. Then
Yeah.
finally like my sickness stops being so bad, right? Then I'm like thinking like, oh shit, what if I'm getting better already? And then I go in and then I just wasted like my time and my money.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the worst thing in the world.
No, because it's like whenever I get sick, I mean, if I can help it, I'd rather not go to the doctor.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So like maybe I'll wait a couple of days. Then when I do go, I'm like, oh, is it because I waited and then now I'm getting better? It's like,
Hmm.
why do you go at the tail end of your recovery? Why do you go when you are actually sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like questioning, oh, did I go too late? I just gone earlier.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's why I don't
Yeah,
know.
especially
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah.
You really don't want to go to a doctor unless you have to.
Yeah. But yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah.
placebos, very interesting.
Hmm.
What did you
Yeah, and
learn
it's
to?
also like to me it's interesting how you are like you are of a demographic where you like to listen to podcasts to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a friend who is working at a major podcast involved company, and they're trying to figure out how do you get people who don't listen to podcasts at all to start listening to them. So, like, the thing is, neither one of us fit that demographic because we listen to lots of podcasts already, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's about how do you incorporate the idea of listening to your daily life, like doing laundry or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I tried sharing with my friends a lot of interesting episodes that I've listened to, but I don't
Do
think
they
any
actually
of
listen to
them.
them?
No. Did you
Because
sing
it's
it?
long.
Yeah. I know. I mean,
Yeah, so but I tend to watch videos. We don't listen to podcasts that often, actually.
like Joe Rogan Experience has a YouTube version, you know.
Well, that's gonna be gone soon, so
Oh, why? He's leaving it?
yeah, Spotify is gonna own all his content. He's just selling out,
Wow.
cashing out. I
I
mean,
did not know that.
No,
yeah,
but he's still
for
doing it
quite a
anyway.
lot.
Yeah, yeah, he's still
He's
doing
still
Joe
gonna
Rogan.
do it.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
so he'll still be there.
no. She said he's selling out. He's not gonna be on
Well, they're
YouTube.
giving him $100 million to be only on Spotify instead of being
Only
on
on
YouTube.
Spotify. Oh,
Yes, exclusivity.
right. I thought you meant he was leaving the show.
Well,
No, he
that's
is.
crazy, man. It's not like he needs
Yeah.
money, right? I at least I don't think so. But yeah, must have been a huge sum to
It
give
was
up.
100 million, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because by putting his stuff on Spotify, he's limiting his audience. Yeah.
Well, Spotify is
Yeah.
like it's the biggest music streaming service in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he's losing much.
No, but like on YouTube, it's all free, right? Spotify, you need
Hmm.
a subscription.
You need to pay to listen to podcasts on Spotify.
Actually,
Not
I'm not
sure.
sure how the ad works.
I think, oh,
Um,
maybe the ads, I don't know. Ad rolls
there's a
in.
free tier
Mm-hmm.
with not tons of annoying ads. I got a premium subscription for 6 months for free through my phone service.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't experienced the just free Spotify in a while.
Yeah.
But yes, he's doing it for $100 million. However, I think his latest conversations have turned me against him a little bit more. I think, and so have a lot of his fans. So
Okay.
I don't know. The timing is not so great.
He's still on RSS though. So yeah.
Is he though? I thought he's gonna shut that down.
Oh, did they say when he's moving? Let me Google that.
I'm not sure.
Joe Rogan moving to
Hmm.
Spotify.
But yeah, come Spotify, buy us out. I'll gladly take like $10,000.
Hmm.
Oh, upwards of $100 million. Oh,
Yeah.
September 1st. Okay, so not so soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a it will remain free. It'll be the exact same show. It's just a licensing deal. Spotify won't have any control. Blah. Damn, man, 100 million. That's crazy, though.
One day evening drama.
Yeah, one day.
Yes. Oh.
Hey, Apple Music, we're still available.
I like how you picked that platform, like the one that no one actually uses.
I'm sure people use Apple Music. Sing uses
Yeah.
Apple.
Oh, it's second to Spotify.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, that's surprisingly high.
But not by very 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 huge margin though. Like
How about Amazon or Google Music?
Amazon is actually catching up quite fast because I think they include it with their Prime membership, right? So it's like a freebie.
Google Music the worst.
I don't think Google Music is the worst, but I don't think they're doing that well either.
It is a terrible app.
I think Google has like some kind of identity crisis with its streaming. Like there's Google Play Music, and there's YouTube Music.
Yeah.
Like a couple others, and they keep switching back and forth. And the names is like so confusing, trying to keep up with what they have and like what they do. And I feel like a lot of their services overlap. So it's like, why would you get this instead of this, right?
Yeah.
Right. I just imagine all these like product teams fighting with each other internally to be the winning app.
Yeah, I think they're streamlining it now because they're shutting down Google Play Music.
Oh,
They
really?
are. Oh,
They're shifting
wow.
it to YouTube Music now.
Okay.
Oh, YouTube Music won. Well, which makes sense because I remember YouTube Music is a better app between the two.
I never use
Yeah.
YouTube Music, so I'm not sure. Yeah.
I keep getting these like ads, or not ads, these reminders on my phone and tablet whenever I watch YouTube, asking me to sign up for premium.
Oh, yeah. I use a third-party YouTube app now, so I don't get those.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me more about this.
Oh, it's called YouTube Vans. Wait, let me bring it up.
Oh, okay.
YouTube.
We're not
Vans.
endorsing the use of apps that break EULAs, etc. We're just merely viewing the option.
I don't know if
to
it
do
breaks
so.
EULA or what, but it's good. You can't find it on the App Store though, so you have to go to Vans.
Oh.
Yeah. So basically, you get ad block on
Isn't
YouTube.
that a security risk?
Well, it's trusted. A lot of people use this. Yeah.
But
and
you
then-
have to download the APK and
Yep.
allow it. Is
Yeah.
that how it works?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can use it, but you don't have to sign in if you don't want to. But you can sign in with your Google account, and you get access to everything you normally do on YouTube, like your playlists, your favorites, and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah, I mean, but if people don't trust this third-party app, the main thing is you get like ad-free YouTube, and a lot of features like that you have to pay for on the regular YouTube app. So you can
Like what?
background playing for music, or you can play any video in the background if you want, and then you get floating. Well, you can do that with every Android app now, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
Is it open source? Is there any way you can look at the code? Not that I will understand it, but at least other people can figure out if it's a good app or not.
don't think it's open source. Let me check. YouTube Fans open source.
Oh, but I'm sure if it's like that popular, people will have taken apart the APK already to take a look at it.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Okay, the YouTube app is not open source, but the Micro G app, the plugin which you use to log into your Google account, that is open source. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Very fascinating. I will explore that and read more about it. Yes, because the YouTube ads have been so irritating. Okay, so I used to pay for premium, but I stopped because it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
And you only because I use a VPN, I only get the same few not customized ads over and over, and it's like Lit Solar, this very fake unboxing video ad for this battery
Yeah.
pack, or
yeah,
like
yeah.
EPOW Times, or I'm trying to think. They all have like really like the most irritating ads possible. Like if it was like something like Instagram ads, where at least it's something I might be like, a notebook or
Yeah.
something more neutral, it'll be fine. But
Hmm.
yeah, the irritation factor is really high.
Yeah, it's true. Like that's the reason I downloaded a third-party YouTube app, because
Mm-hmm.
the ads is crazy. Like, and then
Mm-hmm.
you have to wait like 5 seconds to skip, and sometimes you can't even wait. You can't skip them. You have to wait like a minute or whatever. So, like, fuck
Mm-hmm.
that.
I mean, I don't mind like ads at the start that I can
Yeah.
skip, But then like the other day I was like watching some 10-minute video, and like the guy put like 5 ads inside it.
What the
So
fuck?
it's like an ad every 2 minutes. It was like so irritating.
Oh yeah, that's dumb.
Like,
YouTube
come on,
should
man! I've
allow
seen
that.
longer videos that have no ads, and now
Mhm.
you have like a 10-minute video with 5 ads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was I watching? With this? Quite annoying.
Yeah, so it was big content worth it. It was a video about ads.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
don't have ads anymore on
All
YouTube
right, that sounds
mobile.
nice. Yeah, I use some sort of YouTube ad block thing on my computer browser, but I've been looking for the solution, so I'm glad that there's this app to check out.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing I would really want from Premium, if possible, is offline viewing. That's the one feature I usually want when I pay for Premium.
I think no, I think YouTube Vans has offline as well. Let me check.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, there's a download option.
Mm,
Hmm. So yeah, you have offline too.
cool.
Okay.
All right.
Did you share what you learned this week?
I don't think I explicitly did. I just reacted with long rambling things about what you guys said.
Yeah.
What did I learn this week? So as you guys might know, I have this other podcast conversation thing I haven't shared because I feel like they're more intense and private.
Mhm.
And I've been trying to figure out like how do I share this without having to make a whole membership site. But then I had a recent revelation when chatting with my online friends that one tool that allows a lot of very good user access control is Dropbox Paper, which is kind of
Okay.
like Gdocs but by
Mhm.
Dropbox.
Yeah.
And you can essentially host it like a website, right? Like you can share online and you can point your domain to it.
Mhm.
So I think like this might be the next wave is you can just use something like Gdocs or Dropbox Paper to host your website. It's easy to edit. You can control who looks at it. You
Yeah.
can link between pages.
Mhm.
Yeah. So then that's something I'm gonna explore.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you're gonna set up like
Yeah.
membership? Well, not membership, but
Well,
like private.
it's more like I
list.
want the interviewee, the person I interview, to own the page.
Mhm.
So then they can revoke access anytime and I don't feel liable. I think that's what
Oh,
I think
right.
that's what preventing me
Yeah.
from sharing it because I'm like, that's your heart that you're sharing. I don't want to be
Mhm.
responsible for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's solved a technical problem.
All right.
Cool. All right. And then the next part is an experimental idea. So I linked to this, it's a random writing prompt generator, but then I'll throw it to you guys to practice
Wow, that's so
telling a
cool.
spontaneous story
Yeah.
within like maybe 5 sentences or something.
Write
What's
about
that?
a spy. Write about that page.
Yeah. And it's actually a really good random writing prompt generator. So right now mine says, write about an individual planning to start a war. Maybe this is not appropriate. Actually, the next one's also not.
Mine's
It is
write
kind of appropriate.
write about a spy set in the Victorian era.
Okay.
Mine is
I mean, it's
right
cool.
about your home as a castle.
Oh.
That's so boring. Yours has cooler topic.
Oh, well, you can keep refreshing it until something that catches your eye.
I
Write
guess.
about what you love about Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Write about something you are good at. Yeah. That's
A lot of
useful
these are
for-
very triggering topics that I'm skipping through.
I guess it's completely random.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can see it's a relatively small database because I'm getting the same ones as you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll start with this one. So I read about a book that predicts the events for the next year.
Uh.
So this reminds me of Death Note for some reason. That's okay, go on.
Well, I mean, Death
Yeah.
Note could be interpreted that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll make up a story. Well, maybe it could be like I start and then you guys continue. Remember there was an old web page where you can write like one line of a story and someone else can
Yeah.
add to it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
I
let's see if
haven't.
this works.
Yeah, can give it a shot.
Okay. So there was this guy called Nostradamus.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not the ancient one. This is not the ancient one. It's a modern guy who's named after the ancient one. However, because of his name, he feels a lot of pressure to be able to predict the future.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, George, you continue the story. We have to have a climax as well.
He wrote all his predictions on a Google Doc on his smartphone,
Oh.
and he uses it and he shares it with his friends, because he likes. Well, his friends are really nosy and they want to know the predictions that he writes down. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Little did he know, his friends weren't who they seem to be. Dun dun. And sing it,
Okay,
we can
sing it.
continue.
How long does
I
it?
think we'll go 2 rounds. We'll each go 2 rounds.
And then one day he opens up his Google Docs and he notices that his last made edit was 5 years from now in the future.
Whoa.
Oh. That's really good.
And then like when he clicks on it to see who made the edit, it was him from the future.
Oh. Can you continue? Because I think it's really good. I cannot think of a good
Can't think anything. Yeah, then when he clicks like preview changes, he discovers like an entire document that's been like redacted. Like he typed it out and then he deleted it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is totally just like not a good storytelling device. So then he discovers, he knows that in GDocs he can view the history of a document. So he looked at the previous versions. And he saw that there were reams and reams of writing from the previous editor that his future self had tried to delete. And he saw that it was essentially like him and his friends' future lives, right? It's like, how when they die, like, what happened, to their loved ones. And it was a little intense, and he could see why his future self kind of deleted it for his own sake. However, he also saw that within the document, it predicts that he was going to review the previous history of the document and read the whole thing. And I'm going to throw it to George at this non-plot resoluting point. I think it's always easy to start a story. It's so hard to wrap it up.
Yeah. I can think like I would have to get like specific with the predictions, and that would need some time to think about. I think at least. Suddenly, while like going through the history, he sees a new edit, and he stops everything and waits for the sentence to complete. and the the sentence turns out to be just one word, and it's called Fifi.
Is that the end? I think Singip
Yeah,
has to wrap it up. I don't know whether that's
So Singip
a
has to wrap
worthy
it up.
ending. I think that's how usually these story apps things evolve. It's like someone said something like that where you're just like, okay, how do I follow that?
Oh, I mean, I can end it. The
Okay.
author looks up into his mirror and we see his face. He's Donald Trump. Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I feel like with these like stories, we have to have the ability to backtrack when it goes off the rails. Because I feel like we have promise, and then they kind of like, yeah.
That's true. I mean, I guess we could do like all three of us do the same prompt. We'll
Maybe
come up
we
with
can
like
use the inky thing.
wildly different stories. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. I feel like I had promise. Like it certainly
Yeah, it
did
did.
till the last word. Okay, so speaking of stories, I'm also changing some topics up because of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so continuing your story for the Georgetown Lit Fest, what
Mm-hmm.
happened?
Yeah, so I mean I made the changes you guys recommended and
Mm-hmm.
so I went back and I was thinking, where can I add more COVID elements into it? Then as I
Mm-hmm.
reread the thing again, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of obvious. Like, and because it's so short, there's like really not much like place to add anything without making the whole thing seem like, oh, this is a COVID, like so forceful. So I decided I probably am not gonna
Mm-hmm.
add anything. But yeah, I did add an extra paragraph at the end. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
it's a dream, and I don't know if it fits, but you guys can have a look at it. And, yeah, tell me.
Okay, you just resend me the link.
Oh yeah,
I
I'll
didn't save
share
it.
the link again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal. It's just a minor thing. But
Mm.
deadline is what, 30 days. Yeah, so we still have
Yeah,
time.
plenty of time.
Hmm.
Singip, have you began to write your COVID story?
No,
Are you going to?
I can't really think of anything that interesting to write. I don't know. It's like it's so. I feel like the topic is like so based in real life that I don't know. I'm not so good with this kind of topics. I don't mind
It doesn't
making
have
stuff
to
up,
be based in real life. What?
but it's supposed to be talking about the lockdown, right?
Mm.
So
Well,
I don't know how you can tie in like yeah, I don't.
you can maybe write a historical account of the Japanese occupation of Malaysia and maybe the lockdowns that happened there or something.
Oh,
Experiences and observations of life in the time of COVID-19 and under
Oh, that is
quarantine.
very specific. Never mind.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Well,
You can write about your baking. Maybe it can be
I
a
mean,
diary of
observation.
Singip.
You can write about the ant that's on your table.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You've written
Is that
about
an ant?
grasshopper before, right? So,
No.
no, grasshopper? No, butterfly,
Oh,
right? That was a while ago on your blog. Yeah,
yeah.
you know.
Wow, good memory. I know you remember that story.
I remember because Singip hardly vlogs, so when he does, it's
Oh,
like memorable.
so significant. It's like kind of like when Natalie Tran of the community channel on YouTube, she popped on for a live chat a few months ago. Everyone like freaked out.
Yeah.
It was so rare to hear from her. Okay, cool. All right, we'll end on sharing good apps. I noticed that you put Microsoft PowerPoint. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, for Windows 10.
Oh.
So let me bring up the page. It's basically an open set like toolbox, which gives
Mm-hmm.
you pretty cool features. I'm not sure if this can show on stream. Let me see. Like, so yeah, if you see on stream, like one of the features I like is
Mm-hmm.
called fancy zones. You
Mm-hmm.
can basically like press shift while dragging, and then like your window will snap to preset locations on your screen.
Mm.
So like, see, like I can change my layout to like, I don't know, five app layout, and then I can drag it here. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's really useful, and like I don't think many people know about it or use it. I've shared this with Singit before, and I
I
think
see.
it's really useful. There's other features as well. Let me pull up the app. So yeah, that's Fancy Zones, File Explorer Preview, Image Resizer, Keyboard Manager, Power Rename, Power Toys Run. Oh yeah, Power Toys Run. So like I can have a console on my screen, and like let's say I type Discord, then I can launch apps just by typing the names in. It's like a console, like if you're used to games like Quake or any Dota or
Yeah.
CS:GO, yeah, you have access to.
This is how it
Uh,
works on the Mac, you see.
oh yeah, sure, fine. Well, it's on Windows now, so this is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very useful. I use a PC for work, so
Hmm.
which has been a learning curve, by the way.
Really?
I
PC
don't
is
really remember
so
how to use
easy.
Windows anymore. Well, I don't know, it takes a little getting used to.
Yeah,
But
I
I think it's
guess.
also because of the hardware, like the trackpad isn't very sensitive and the
Hmm.
screen's a little on the smaller side. So when you showed me the 5 window thing, I was like, if I do that, I will see nothing from each window.
Oh yeah. No, but like
Yeah.
you can do custom ones like
Hmm.
so let's say you can have a small, you can like resize to like that,
Hmm.
and then maybe one more here,
Mm.
right? So I
Hmm.
can fill this one, and then let's say I fill this app doesn't
Yeah.
resize like that,
Hmm.
and then I can have one more here like that, right?
Hmm.
So if you work with multiple windows, it lets you sort stuff out really easily.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, depends how you want to set it up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very useful.
But yeah, check it out if you want your Windows experience to be improved.
Hmm.
Oh, and the other app I was talking about is called Notation.
Hmm.
Basically, it's a note-taking app, and like
Yeah.
you can launch it just by pressing Windows plus N together,
Hmm.
and then it'll create a new note and do whatever you want, and then escape to close it. So,
Yeah, I used to use this.
oh, okay, yeah. So I use it
Yeah.
while making notes on my computer.
Hmm.
If I don't have my like Google Keep or Google Docs open already when I want to make
Hmm.
some quick notes, yeah, it's really useful.
But does this sync with your other devices though? I feel like that's always the tricky part.
Yeah, you can sync it to Simple Note. It's kind of an old
Hmm.
service, but still around. And yeah,
Hmm.
so if you
Is it
want,
free?
yeah, it's free. The app
Oh, okay.
Get Notation.
I mean, the syncing part, I feel like is. I feel I've gone down this path of trying to figure out simple note syncing and things like that, but
Yeah,
is it
Yeah, syncing
free?
is so useful
yeah,
when
syncing
you
is
Yeah.
work on
free.
multiple devices.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll switch back to simple note at this rate if it works.
Mm.
The hard part is always trying to find an Android note-taking app that syncs properly. I'm using Joplin right now.
Okay.
Yeah, which works in all the platforms, but the syncing is still a little slow.
Oh, I use Google Keep for syncing stuff on my phone. Yeah. Because I don't know. I mean, it works really well and it's free, and yeah, it's available on Android and Windows. Well, web browser. So it's good enough.
You're like the opposite of me, right? Like I use Windows and I use iPhone. You use Android and then you use a Mac.
Oh, Kristen. I
Wow.
use Windows and Android.
I think I want to switch back to an iPhone. Because the whole Android experience I'm a little tired of. Even though it has a better camera, the headache of the UI sometimes isn't worth
Oh,
it.
the UI is so good.
I don't know. Like even the fact that it looks this hard to look for a note-taking app is not a good sign, right? And even Simple Note is not very well maintained on the Android. It's by the WordPress people.
Use Google Keep for Android. Why?
But it doesn't work well with searching. Like I've used Google Keep before, but it just doesn't feel very organized the way they do it. I don't know. But it doesn't work for offline syncing. I think that part is the. Okay.
If you use it offline, it'll sync when you go back online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me check it out again. But I think it's also subtly I don't want Google to have access to all my data when it's already.
I mean, if you're already in Gmail, like, yeah,
I'm already sure.
Yeah. So.
Oh, but the recent maddening thing is that Google Podcast, I've been using it on my phone to listen to podcasts, but they deleted all my subscriptions and then are mandating me to sign into my Google account before I can add in any subscriptions.
Oh.
So I got really mad.
Yeah.
And I deleted it.
Okay.
And I switched to this other app called Breaker, which is kind of buggy, actually super buggy. But at least it's a bit more indie.
Okay. I use AntennaPod. It's an open source podcast app.
Oh, okay. AntennaPod.
Mm-hmm. And
let me check that out. That's good reviews.
Like
wow.
RSS. Yeah, it's good.
No complaints. This is great. Okay, I would totally check out AntennaPod.
There's like auto delete after listening, and there's a sleep mode as well. Like if you want to, you want it to turn off while you're sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you set.
I don't know. I'm such a huge proponent for official native apps where possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why you use so many like third party when the default ones. I mean, they work just fine.
No, these are better than the default ones. That's why we're using them. Yeah.
No, that's because you're all Mac all the time. And I feel like if you're committed to like the Mac ecosystem, yes, you can use all the native apps. But if the moment you have a mix, it doesn't work very well.
Yeah, like there's really nothing not to like about the default Notes app on Mac and iPhone. Like it gets the job done so fine, so perfectly. Like I mean, unless I guess if you're a power user, you need to need more features. I don't see why you would need to turn to third party.
I use Markdown. I think that's one.
Or even like the Apple Podcast app. I think that's quite good too.
Well, Android doesn't have a default Note app, so it
really?
The Note app is the one that comes with the manufacturer, so Xiaomi Notes, Samsung Notes, or whatever.
Google Keep is not part of the Play services, is it?
I'm pretty sure it's not installed by default, or maybe it changed, but not sure about now. But for a long time, it wasn't part of the default. The default stuff is only Google Play Store, YouTube, and I don't know, just a Gmail. Yeah, a few stuff, not everything.
What about like calculator? Is that also manufacturer based?
Yeah, calculator. Google doesn't have a calculator. Yeah, at least not that I know of.
Well, the Pixel comes with a calculator.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so maybe they have
and it comes with a suite of apps, but yes, it doesn't include Google Keep. Which you would think would make sense.
that once again is manufacturer based, right? Because then
Mm-hmm.
that's Google's decision to include their calculator
Exactly.
on the pixel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows what they're doing with my calculator data?
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta write some 80081 and 5. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check out AntennaPod. That will solve my headaches.
Yeah.
And I'll recheck out Simple Note and Notation as well.
But you don't need to use Simple Note to use Notation. But I mean, you only put in your account details if you want to sync with Simple Note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wish it had Google Play sync, but I don't think there's any third-party apps that do that right now. Yeah. I mean, Google Keep sync. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They're not gonna let anyone else access that.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Dropbox turned off a lot of their own. Because my ideal app is one where all the text files are saved as plain text in my Dropbox folder, and not in some weird encrypted format, right?
Yeah.
In case I have a secondary backup.
Yeah.
But like that, almost no app allows you to do that anymore.
Really?
Yeah. So like AI editor used to let you do it, okay, for free. So without a subscription. I think. Yeah. So
Is there a
So what
reason
is-
I'm
why?
always switching.
So was it safe as and like default?
I think a lot of these apps, like it's encrypted in some proprietary format. You can't actually access it without using the app.
Oh,
Apple
right.
does that too. Like for their photos, right? By default, they use the HEIC format.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to convert it to JPEG if you want to view it on another device.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not
Like
a
recently,
huge
there
fan
was
of
like
that.
some issue, right? Like people were taking the advanced placement tests in the
Mm-hmm.
US. So they had to take a photo of their answers and submit it. So they're using the iPhones and then they use the HEIC. And then the system didn't recognize HEIC.
Uh-huh.
So they failed their exam because like the time ran out and like they didn't it considered that they didn't submit their answers.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that really sucks. Yeah.
Notation
Good
stores
to
them
know.
in XML, so yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
not too bad.
Yeah.
XML is a bit more universal, right?
You
Mhm.
can just open it on any text editor if you want to exit. Yeah.
Okay.
Was that XML
Yeah, let
supposed to
me
be some
recheck that out.
HTML alternative or like a variation of it? I remember back in the day, like HTML.
I think it was supposed to replace HTML, right?
And then later on, like people started creating more PHP pages, right? And then XML was also one of the upcoming, what do you call it, standard?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then seems like HTML is still very prevalent.
Although design of XML focuses on documents, the language is used for data structures such as those used in web services.
Like
Okay.
RSS feeds.
So maybe for more back end stuff, but less front end.
Yeah.
But podcast feeds are XML based, right?
Yeah. XML
And
string.
it's a
Well,
relic of the past.
yeah. I
Oh,
guess.
by the way, Kristen, you can download Windows 10 for free.
Oh, okay, great. So
But,
it's $70 if I choose to go this route.
It'll be so apparently from what I read, it'll be if you can download it for free, but you have to pay to activate it, right? So
Okay.
there's no time limit on the activation. For the first
Mhm.
30 days, all features will be available,
Mm-hmm.
unactivated. So, but after the 30 days, then they'll limit you some features. But from what I read, it seems to be like mostly like customization kind of features. But I think for the most part, it should still work as
Okay.
intended. So I think you can still run applications.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
if
I
you're
mean,
just
all I
getting into
wanna
play
do-
games, it's probably
Yeah.
like Runeterra and that mobile like analytics app. That's it.
Mm.
But I mean, either way, you paid for Parallels already, right?
I haven't paid yet. No, I'm just trying using the trial, which is 14
Oh.
days, just to see whether I even like it and whether it works.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess you can just download Windows 2 while you're at it. And then...
Mm-hmm.
We can just boot camp
I
your
mean,
whole
if
machine to Windows.
but I would still need a Windows license, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to play Red Dead Redemption 2 or
Oh,
whatever.
okay. Yeah.
You know, would it work on boot camp, you think?
Mm-hmm. That one I don't know. Wouldn't that depend on the specs of your Mac as well? Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a very intensive game.
Well, I mean, it makes a lot of fan noises sometimes.
Oh, we have a viewer.
Yeah.
Hi, maybe Simon. Is that your friend, Kristen?
I don't know anyone called that.
Okay, well, thanks for tuning in.
Hello.
Maybe Simon.
Well, apparently Red Dead Redemption 2 might be coming to the Switch, so yeah, you wait for that.
Well,
I mean, if you're gonna get a Switch anyway, right?
You
okay.
need to
Well,
play it on the TV, I think.
you mean you don't want a tiny, tiny, tiny little?
Well, you could. I don't think it would be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the graphics might be better though. It's like more compressed.
You don't need as many pixels. Yeah. And there's that one article, right, of people instead of having a Zoom meeting or Microsoft Teams, you can have a meeting in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, yeah.
Gather around the campfire and I make coffee.
Yeah.
That's quite
That
cool.
sounds nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Second Life or Habbo Hotel.
I don't know why people don't hold meetings in WoW though.
Don't they?
Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, if they do, no one's really talking about it, but the Red Dead Redemption 2 one gained a lot of traction.
Hmm. Well, I mean, people. Oh, the other day, in Malaysia, someone had a wedding in GTA, and so it was a custom GTA server, and like,
Oh, is it
yeah,
the Malay one?
yeah, the Malay one, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's quite
So
cool.
all the characters were like dressed in the traditional Malay clothes, and then like they did the whole ceremony. I just watched some clips of it. I mean, it's pretty cool. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't know it was a wedding. I thought it was just like someone playing around with mods or something.
Oh no, yeah, he did a virtual wedding. Yeah.
Okay, that's good effort. Good effort.
Yeah.
Someone did a wedding in Animal Crossing too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I guess it's expected. Animal Crossing is like a non-violent game, but in GTA, like I'm surprised nobody trolled the place. You know, pulled out guns halfway and started shooting everyone. Or maybe they disabled guns for that.
Hopefully.
So, yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very troll.
But the funny part was when it came to dancing, they were using the dance emotes, and it was all like the Western kind of dances, and not Malaysian dance. So, yeah, but that was funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Good episode. I think we should wrap up. The good news is I feel like we have a constant backlog of topics now. So
Yeah,
we're already all set for the next episode.
But you guys didn't share your apps, recommended apps.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
iOS notes.
I know. Default Safari.
Safari.
All right.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what people want to get out of it, right? To be honest, I don't have as many apps as I used to because I often find some browser-based alternatives. So one thing I really like is one called Photopea, like photo and then PEA.com. It's an entire browser-based clone of Photoshop, and you don't have to download any plugins, and it just works.
Photopea?
Yeah.
Is it for desktop or mobile?
It's probably easier on the desktop. I've never tried it on mobile.
Oh wow, looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's made by one person.
Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah. So with that, you don't really need Photoshop. Like at least like for me, I'm using 10% or maybe 5% of Photoshop functions.
Yeah. Dude, wow, same shortcuts.
Exactly.
Wait, does it take
Yeah.
pressure sensitivity? Oh, it does. Wow. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
How? That's crazy. What is this made in?
I don't know. Good question.
Stolen code.
Oh, was I mean, this feels like a desktop app. Like it's not laggy at all. It's so cool.
Yeah, and it can open PSDs. So usually when I make some terrible meme, I use Photopea.
Photopea. Just in modern layers file formats.
One of the things I'm hesitant to switch to Mac is like the keyboard shortcuts. Like for Windows, it's like just command and control and alternate, right? But then with Mac, it's like control, there's option, there's
Oh,
command.
okay, it's done in JavaScript. Oh, so cool. Oh no, can you download Photopea? Like have an
I
offline
think it's
version of it?
only.
Photopea
I don't know,
offline.
actually.
Can I use it?
Wow, and actually I'm looking at the blog, and now they have a puppet warp tool. So you can even, let's just say you have a person or an object, you can stretch it in a way that is very amazing. I don't know how to describe it. You should open it up.
Oh, okay, you can't use it offline. Well, I mean, you can connect to it first and then disconnect. But yeah,
Okay.
it's real cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for sharing. Never knew this existed.
Yeah, I saw on Reddit. The person did an AMA.
Okay. Real impressive. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
No questions from viewers, I guess. Viewers, do you have any
Viewer.
questions? Viewer. If not, yeah, I guess it's a good time to wrap up. Thanks for joining us again. And we'll see you
Thank
next
you.
week at the same time, same place.
Yes.
Goodbye,
Bye,
everyone.
Bye.
world.